Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, today we've had some new stuff added to the game. I only ever really do this if something new has been added to this event, which has happened this time, so we are going to go over Rose's divination event in this video, okay? So, first off, what can you get from pulling? I don't think anything's changed here. This is pretty much the same as it's been for a while. The standouts for me here is probably the vehicle tokens and the divination scrolls. Depending on where you are on your account, obviously things like Mound of Breakstones, and I don't really think Faith Gems are worth it. Like, you only get 20, so I think I'd rather either have the vehicle tokens, the breakstones, or the divination tokens, if I'm being completely honest. That would be it for me. But the main changes are here in the shop. So we're going to go over the shop, what you should target in my opinion, and maybe what you don't want to target. Again, this can vary from account to account. Your preferences might be different from my preferences. I'm going to try and give you an overall overview of what I think would be best for basically all account levels. So like we did with the other video going over the shop, I'm going to talk about what I think you should avoid first of all, okay? So things within here that I do not think are worth using your divination, I don't know what you call them, what are these called? Your tarot essence, what I don't think you should buy, right? So first up, these units. Do not buy these units, okay? The reason I say don't buy these units is because you will pull them. Simple as that. You will pull them. It might take you time. You might need one of these units. I would say use the selection banner. If you need one of these units, use your diamonds rather than using these divination essence, because they have far more value, because you can guarantee a lot better things that will help you grow your account, okay? So do not pick up any of these units. That is just my opinion. Choose to follow it, don't choose to follow it. It's entirely up to you. Moving on up here, some things right now, this is where it gets very tricky, okay? As a free-to-play player, you will get enough essence to pick one of these two units, okay? Some people don't think you should take those units. Me personally, I am going to take one of these two units. I'm leaning more towards Sagat because I only need 6 copies of Sagat and then he's done. I need a lot more copies of Chun-Li before she's done. And the reality is, she is probably going to disappear before he does, because she was added before he was. So I would probably expect either by the next time this comes around, or maybe shortly thereafter, she will probably be replaced with Summer Ibuki, is who I'm thinking will slot into her position on here. So if you want to get Chun done as soon as possible, you might want to target her this time, okay? However, if you're not too bothered about that, I can't really say I prefer Sagat. They both do completely different things. Chun is such a good unit when it comes to supporting your team, that the argument could be made she's the better one to go for. It just really depends on you. But for me, I'm further along with Sagat, so I am going to go for Sagat with mine, okay? But if you pick anything else up, you will not get these guys, okay? They have to be your one and only pickup. But if you are someone who is more concerned about account growth, okay, these guys here probably represent the best value, okay? They cost 10 each, and you could potentially just pick up the breakstones. If you're very early in the game, those breakstones will really help you, okay? They will really help you. And it is something that a lot of us who were new to the game, we used to do this all the time. We would buy the breakstones and we would buy the EXP without any shadow of a doubt. Early game, money's not as important. It does become a lot more important later game, however. So if you are quite early on in your Street Fighter Duel journey, then this could be quite pivotal for you, okay? It can really help you with your account growth, okay? Now, talking about things again, I don't think you should buy probably these here, this entire row of 4 that you can see. I just feel like there's plenty of other places where you can get these things. You'll get fodder all the time, which is this down here, when you are summoning, so I don't really think necessarily fodder is that important to you. With regards to these things, you can purchase both of these in your normal shop, and with regards to this, with your idol rewards and stuff, you will be building these up, and you're also building up useless gear that you can use to level weapons, or sorry, equips. So do I think that that's important? No, I don't. I think you should be not getting these, okay? Now, other than that, The kind of standouts for me here, and this is probably where most people late game are going to be putting all of their spend. It's either going to be these two or vehicle tokens, okay? Now, this becomes a little bit tricky because vehicle tokens is RNG. If you need one vehicle, however, I can see the appeal of picking those vehicle tokens, right? Like me, for example, I'm about 3 multis away from getting my guaranteed SSS vehicle chest. So if I wasn't going to go for the likes of Sagat or Chun-Li, I could see why the appeal would be there for me to pick up something like this, because, like I say, do that once, plus pick up a couple from the shop. That's me get my guaranteed SSS vehicle chest, which is pretty appealing, right? But overall, I think the best thing if you're not going to be purchasing units is probably going to be these two here. And if I was forced to choose, I would say probably put them into the redstones. The reason being, if you go to your shop, you'll obviously see that daily you can buy the yellow stones for cash, whereas the red stones are only available for diamonds. So one has far more value than the other. And obviously, look right here, there's those gold tokens. I can just purchase that with cash, you know. That's why I think it's a good idea to not pick that up. But when it comes to these two here, I think, again, it really depends on what you need. But I think these hold a lot more value than these, only because to get these generally, they come at a premium, which is your diamond currency, which you obviously want to save for doing like your divination summons and things like that. Whereas this here is cash, you know, you're getting them with cash, you can get them every single day. You're always going to have cash, maybe not enough to buy out the shop all the time, but you're always going to have enough cash to build up a stock of these. So I feel like these have less importance than these. So when it comes to my own personal priority list, I think if we go and look here at, just using me as an example, my vehicle summons, you can see I'm 3 multis away from picking this up, okay? So for me, being able to pick up one of those 6,000 vehicle tokens puts me right on the cusp of getting a new SSS vehicle. So for someone like me, that has quite a lot of value. Whereas for someone who is miles away from that, just doing RNG pulls, hoping to get a vehicle, might not have as much weight behind it. So I would probably say that overall, you should target either one of the two units if you're desperate to get them, like me, or stick with these red stones. That would be my number one pick, 100%. So big changes to the Divination Tarot. They've added Sagat. For me, that's a big, good change. Very happy with that. I think he'll probably be at least in one more of these, and that might be it. So depending on where you are with him, that's 2 copies. He should hopefully be in one more, what do you call it, street art. So that would be 3. So looking at me, for example, I need 6. I'd be halfway towards getting them to SSS, okay? So it's worth thinking about if you are someone who is targeting units. What I would also say as well is, if you're someone who still spends on the game, I wouldn't particularly purchase these divination cards. What I would do is your standard daily packs, you get some of them as a bonus with those normal purchases. Pick up 1 or 2 of them if you want to. They work out better value than just buying the straight divination, these divination secret tarot ticket things. And usually in the past I've probably picked up, say, 2 copies of a unit. I don't think I'm going to do that this time, but it's an option if you guys want to do it, and the cheapest option to do that is likely to be you basically doing your daily packs. That's my opinion on it anyway. I did pick up 2 daily packs today, but that was because I needed them for something else. You can see here, if we go and look at them all, gift packs, these packs here, if you just pick up these, you get some of these guys for free alongside it. If you compare that to the actual limited event tarot shop, so 810 would cost you £30 or $30, whereas if we look at gift packs here, you can see for $4.99 you're getting 180. So that would be, what's 180 times 6? Let me just double check that quickly. 180 times 6, I'm not doing that math in my head. 180 times 6. 1,080. So for the same $30, you could actually just pick up 6 of these $4.99 packs. You would end up with more of those divination things, but you would also have the bonus of having these extra things like vehicle tokens, like your soul boost stones, etc., that you wouldn't get if you were just to straight up purchase these guys. So if you're going to spend wisely, and you'll get more for your money. Anyway guys, I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.